Welcome everyone to another live stream where I do channel reviews for you. This, I bet, will get really exciting because I want to have a new perspective today about what would be the weakest point on your channel, so you can work on it and then make the next jump up for your channel. Especially welcome to the replay watchers. At this point, probably after the stream, I already added in the description below the timestamp of each review that I do today, so that you can jump there and get all the valuable information from it. All right, so welcome everyone in the live chat. Levis, how are you doing? RAWKUS, thanks for waiting that long already. Yeah, welcome, the Waterbox. Nice chatting with you recently, by the way. Rosh, how are you doing? Long time no see. I still vividly remember your video about the worst and best boss ever, right? That's being yourself your own boss. That could be hard sometimes, particularly when you're not happy with your own results, but who can you blame, right? How are you doing, Marlene? Nice seeing you here there too. UK, here we go, here we grow. How are you doing? Yeah, let's grow wherever we are in this on this world and do the best we can. Arnie, how are you doing? I look forward to meet you next week in person. It's so great to have real life people, YouTubers to meet every now and then, and not just online. I don't want to denounce online friends, but in real life. So if you ever checked out meetup.com, for example, is a great place to look whether there are YouTubers meetups in your area. And I really enjoy the one here in Seattle. This close-knit group of YouTubers, it's always fun to meet them. All right, Tier Cat, how are you doing? Anime, how are you doing? By the way, welcome here on my channel. A few people came new to this channel because Brian started to do videos on this channel. Every second week he's now doing videos here, and every other week I'm doing the videos. So that's a great combination, great teamwork here, which is actually, by the way, the reason, that the motivation, right, why Brian is now doing videos on this channel as well, is because 2019 for me is the goal to make the best tool possible. That really is the goal, and for that I really need some more time to work on coding, do all the coding. And Brian jumping in is really of big help for me. You can't tell how much of a difference it makes to me. Obviously, as you all know, creating a YouTube channel, uploading, doing those videos every week, or even more often. Most of you do 2-3 videos a week, right? It's a ton of work, and I don't want to miss it because it's so important to keep this conversation going, because all of you guys, when you are asking me questions, that helps me to understand what you really need, what I can solve, and how to answer that properly. Helps my thinking for everything, all the challenges that we all face as YouTubers, right? But having a little bit more time at my hands to do the core coding, the main job that I have basically, is really valuable. And Brian jumping in, it's really interesting to see actually. The channel starts to grow. Somehow it's weird, but Brian's style is really a level better in terms of driving the YouTube algorithm. He produces more watch time, I think. I should look at the numbers actually. Too bad for me. I mean, I should know the numbers best, right? But it's from the views and so I can tell, like, every time when Brian does a video, it's a little bit better than when next week I do a video. It's interesting to see, like, in the details, how much of a difference that can make. All right, hi Juanjo, how are you doing? Probably from Brazil, maybe. HP Games, old friend, you're from the beginning in the chat. I saw you, but didn't shout you out yet. How are you doing? All right. I would say today we are doing channel review live streams again. I will draw those that I will review via random number generator, as always. And then this time I will do it like this. When you get picked, I want to know from you what, in your opinion, is the weakest spot on your channel, so that I have something to look at and share my thoughts along the way. Pay to Drive, how are you doing? A new avatar, by the way, right? It's looking good, by the way. Michael, Hele, Birmingham, UK, nice. You're new on the channel, right? Welcome. All right, I would say let's just get started into the channel reviews. Quick here. Please leave in the chat at Morningfame review if you want to get a review, and then from everyone who types that into, I draw a random number, so I pick one of you. Oh, Pay to Drive. The same avatar as always has looked new to me. All right. Let's see how many people chime in. By the way, I have low latency set, so we can pretty much talk in real time. So yeah, let's see. All right, looks good. Let's take a number from 1 to 20. 30 is, by the way, 3 is the... Can I? 3 is the old number. Let's number 9. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tear Cat, it's your turn. Awesome. All right, Tear Cat, let me know what do you think is your weakest point on your channel, so that I have something to look at. All right, I'll quickly load up your channel. Let me see. All right. You believe that your weakest point is your thumbnails, as I am a beginning graphic designer. Oh yeah, graphic design is not easy to start with. I totally agree. Let's have a look here for everyone else to see. Tear Cat, close to 1,000 subscribers. Awesome. By the way, once you reach 1,000 subscriber, you will be on the opal level. YouTube has different benefit levels, and with 1,000 subscribers you get granted additional things, like you are allowed to enter a YouTube studio if there is one in your area, for example. Not everywhere in the world is. Los Angeles, Berlin, Germany, they have one, and so on. That's very helpful. And yeah, let's have a look at your thumbnails. Here we go. Obviously, you're gaming. Fortnite, I see. What's all? Is it all? Ah, the Silent Age. Wow, yeah, Silent Age. Everyone who likes to play puzzle games and have an adventure like this, yeah, like the Day of the Tentacle or something like that. This is such a great game to play. Really, 2 parts it has. The first one is free even. It's one of the great games. You can get it on the iPad, for example. Yeah, I see some indie games, some Logan Paul, I guess some drama you have there. All right, I would say your thumbnails are eye-catching. already. I would say you're doing a pretty good job at that point in this regard. Obviously, thumbnails are super important because they influence the click-through rate. And the more people choose your video to click over any other video, that gives you a competitive edge. Yeah, it's similarly as important as watch time actually. So designing the thumbnails really makes it worth it. So if you take 1 hour per design of best thumbnails, it's still worth it. Really. I think this is kind of the style that we have usually in the gaming industry niche. Usually, right? Let's have a look like further down here. Silent Age. These thumbnails look, yeah, those look usually quite dull. The other thumbnails, yours sticks out. It's a better version here, I would say. Don't you agree, everyone? But let's have a look. I mean, of course, seeing this guy, who was it? One of the very famous gamers. I forgot his name. But anyway, seeing him probably is very attention drawing. Having a person that you know and like and know he does great content, and he really does great content, is kind of like a click magnet. So this alone, even though it's not as colorful and bright, would steal the click from you. Yeah. So the point here, Markiplier, yeah, correct, Markiplier. The point here is that the design itself has to be good, but it also has to compete with the other videos that rank alongside your video, right? And there it becomes difficult, because if you look a few other thumbnails, this one is kind of like mixed, not a perfect example. But let's look here, this one, yeah. Here, this one with the yellow circle, this one is yours, just for everyone else to see. And here you can see that thumbnails in the gaming niche are usually quite colorful, as these examples show you. So what you can see here suddenly is that the yours, even though it is colorful, doesn't stand out anymore that much, right? And this makes it more difficult to design those thumbnails. It is what I usually say, break the pattern. So besides you doing your own design, you should look at the other competing thumbnails and then see what ways could you use to break the pattern. And just as an example, I don't really like the thumbnail here in the top right, yeah, but it does break the pattern a little bit, right? Because I mean, all the other thumbnails are quite colorful and text on it, on all that stuff, and this one is cleaner, not so much going on. So having not so much going on is breaking the pattern, even though I don't like the direction it is going. It is good to have like something popping, something something going on there. Making it too simple wouldn't do the job overall, I would say. Adventures in Dirt, how are you doing? That is basically the idea. Let's see if we have another example. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not the best one. So I would recommend look at the other thumbnails in your niche. The 24 hours email that you get from Morningfame, 24 hours after you published a new video. This also contains this comparison. And that's also a good measuring stick, how well you do with your thumbnails, and then improve on that step by step. Just as an example, I have to say actually that I did improve my thumbnails in over time. Yeah, not everyone is actually quite happy with that. I have to say, quite frankly. But it's a work in the process, and I'm just showing it, looking it up. Just a second. Okay, here you can see, I mean, most of you already observed like how I changed the style here, right? That at the bottom was the old style with different colors basically. But what I'm intending here is to really break the pattern. And when we are scrolling down and looking at these comparison here, I mean, mine is, you can debate whether they are really great, but they are standing out, yeah, because of the bright yellow. Or here, because of the bright yellow. Okay, Backlinko in this case has the bright green, and it's also quite clean, so it's not doing the effect that much more that well here. But usually, as you can see here, the cleaner bright yellow design is breaking the pattern, and that's what I'm going for. Yeah, I mean, there are many different ways to do that actually. And it also comes down to taste a little bit, but this is kind of the thing that we have to think about, yeah. And so when you're doing your designs here, it is definitely a good start, but it's not yet breaking the pattern that much. What I like is your corners here, which you recently, latest 3 videos, started to do. So this is kind of something people recognize you by. So especially your subscribers will recognize easily that that is a thumbnail from your channel. So they will be more likely to click. That's an important aspect. That's pretty much done with the corners. Maybe you can consider to do those corners in a very dark gray. Because I think gamers have the dark mode open usually. So you could try how it looks there, but still here it works too, obviously. So think about that. You had a question about it. What would be your strategy for me to grow my channel be? Certainly the thumbnails is a big strategy. Yeah, you apply your videos as you already do, and I see, all right, I mean, that's the full title, which certainly is very unique, so ranking there number 1 is easy. That is the Silent Age long play, 31st Silent Age playthrough, 37th, so it's not the greatest rankings, but you're doing a pretty good job at creating the metadata for your videos. What I would try to, I don't know in your case, let's see, the Silent Age long play, yeah. So thumbnails, improve those, so make every impression that YouTube is serving count, yeah, this way. So they should break the pattern a little bit. There is actually a video on my channel that talks about breaking the pattern. So that you might find that interesting. And if we look at your optimization, which is obviously very important for you in the gaming niche where it is quite competitive, let's see how it looks like. For you, the Silent Age long play. It's a little bit slow right now. Okay. That is actually not a search term. Silent Age walkthrough is a search term. Yeah, long play is not really a search term people look for, so it makes no sense to rank there. And the walkthrough thing is too competitive for your channel. Yeah, that would be the second part. You do a good job at your SEO, but the critical point here is to focus on search terms that are low competitive, low enough for your small channel to rank. And as you see here with the red grades, it is too competitive for you. You would need to try to rank for longer tail search terms, for example, chapter 1. How does that look? It looks a little bit better, but still not good enough. Chapter 1, episode 1, chapter 2 walkthrough. Maybe that are still not that easy to find good search terms to rank that for, because if you try to rank for search terms that are just too competitive, then your SEO won't have an effect. Like you see, also unfortunately only 7 views, so that didn't turn out to be working. That is very important. But I like your strategy when we look at the games you play in general. Yeah, Silent Age is an indie game. I mean, it's long out. Yeah, it's a very old game. So right now there are already many videos on it right now. So you won't have it that easy to rank there yet, because there's already all that competition. But the idea to try to rank for indie games, for which many large channels don't do any videos about, right? The indie game niche is very spread, and so it's easier to find games where it's not too competitive. So continue to look into indie games, because every now and then there is an indie game where no big channels cover it. So it's your chance to get your share of the ranking, the search traffic. Now that would be my recommendation here. I hope that were quite a few things. That helps. All right. Hi, Christopher. How you doing? Snow day here where you live in Olivia. You live, Olivia? Awesome. I was wishing I get a white Christmas, but no chance. It snowed a little bit in Berlin, Germany, but didn't. Yeah, didn't it smelted? No. Went away. Was too warm for that. Colorado, I see. No snow in Colorado. Yeah, obviously. Except the mountains. Yeah. Actually, was I in the mountains this winter? I'm not sure. I should go. Yeah, Bavaria. That's certainly something where you always get snow. All right. Let's go directly to the next review, I would say, right? That's why we are here for. Leave me in the comments if you want to have a review, and I will draw a random number again. By the way, in the meantime, let's see if you have additional questions. Yeah, you were talking about seasonal things. That's always thinking about trends, what comes up, what is trendy right now in your niche. Yeah, for example, for Christmas, there's a lot of interest in product reviews, because people want to buy presents, obviously, right? Or yeah, other products. That's obviously always a good thing to cover then. Yeah, if you have a book award, then a Booktuber is always a good idea to cover those winners of the award, stuff like this. So this is really a particular growth strategy that you obviously combine with SEO, because you want to rank for the search terms that they will be using because of the spiking interest, and this way you can ride the wave of the spiking search traffic. Works quite well for many YouTubers. All right, let's choose a number. We have enough entrants. All right, 9 was the last number. And here we go, 11. Sounds good. All right. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. pjorge. Awesome. From Spain, right? Or are you from Brazil, actually? We chatted via email this morning. Awesome. Let me see. By the way, the reason we chatted was I recently introduced to early access the ability to change the language in in which the keyword tool works. Not the language of all the the pages, but the language it uses for executing searches on YouTube, for example. So everyone who is using another language, doing videos in another language, let me know if I should change the tool for you to that language. It produces more spot-on results, actually. Hey, Michelle, how are you doing? All right, pjorge, here we go. For everyone to see. 2,000 subscribers. Great job. I think you worked hard. We have a long history, right? Yeah, I don't know. I know you at least a year already. Hard worker here. And here we go. I'm actually okay. let me apply my language skills. Can I understand? You're reviewing comics, books. What is this? A game? By the way, pjorge, let me know what is your weakest point on your channel, actually. Oh, I just see Tiercat sent me an email. We will take care of your saved metadata. All right. Yeah, Booktuber, right? Yeah, I would say. Maybe some fan articles as well, evolving around the books you read. And good morning, Pretty in Pink. Watch time is your weakest spot. pjorge, am I allowed to show your Morningfame report, the actual Morningfame report? Because then we can also look at your watch time to see the actual numbers. Let's see that. I need your okay, because, yeah, I mean, go ahead. Okay, perfect. Let's go here. Michelle, yes, it's in the keyword tool, the language option. Yeah, for the executing the searches, doing the search bar suggestions, that. Tiercat, just reply to any Morningfame email that you still have. You will reach me this way. All right, here we go. Your watch time is currently on average close to 2 minutes, which is not too bad, actually. When we look, it's a little bit weak. That's your weakest point, as Morningfame tells us as well. So watch time from subscribers is at 2 minutes, from visitors and 1.5. The idea would be to double your watch time, right? Basically to get up to speed here. Your views are actually quite good. So the accumulated watch time, you have a lot of active subscribers. By the way, this number is how many views you get from your subscribers. Yeah, this is a very important number because that tells you how many people keep coming back to watch your new videos, and you're doing a really good job here. Even though your watch time is not that high, they obviously enjoy your videos. Let me see, how long are your videos? 10 minutes, 6 minutes. That's a short one, but that was also for your new year. 3, close to 4 minutes, 1.5, 1.5. I would say, you know, your watch time can't be that high. Yeah. For everyone to know, by the way, that's also the reason why you have the average view duration here and only the average percentage viewed in brackets. Because what really counts for YouTube is the average view duration, the minutes people watch on average. Yeah, that is what really counts for the algorithm. The percentage doesn't really matter. The video length doesn't really matter. The only thing where the video length method, obviously. I mean, if you have a 1.5 minutes video, there's no way to get more than 1.5 minutes of average view duration, right? That's the limit that you impose on the video purely by the length of the video. So in this case, I would say your point here, this longer video does get close to 4 minutes watch time. This one is again a lot higher. So with your short videos, you are limiting of how much watch time you can get. And that pretty much influences your average. So I would say you could actually easily get onto the expected level of watch time by just releasing longer videos. Yeah? And maybe think about whether that makes more sense. Good question, Room, by the way. Let me shortly answer that. So just improve your video length, your skill, and that really comes down to skill. How long can you keep the attention of people? Yeah, that is your skill, and I think from what I can see, your skill is top. It is working really well. You know what you're doing. So yeah, just think about doing longer videos. It is actually just as an understanding. The main formula how YouTube is ranking your videos or deciding how much more to promote your videos, yeah, in suggested videos as well as search, is the formula click-through rate times watch time. So it's really equal, yeah. So if you, for example, have a video that has, let's say, an average view duration of 1 minute, yeah, just let's say 1 minute to make the math easier, and let's say you have a click-through rate of 10%. So if you have 100 viewers who are seeing your videos in their feed, and 10% click-through rate would mean that 10 of those 100 viewers are actually clicking your video and then produce on average a minute of watch time. So from this 100 impression, YouTube measures a sum of 10 minutes of watch time. Yeah, 10 clicks, 1 minute watch time each, 10 minutes. But if you have a video that has, let's say, 2 minutes of average watch time, but only 5% of click-through rate, you have the same result, right? 100 people, 5 people of those click, and each produce 2 minutes of watch time. So 5 times 2 minutes is also 10 minutes. So both videos, 5% click-through rate and 2 minutes watch time, 10% click-through rate and 1 minute watch time, both produce 10 minutes of watch time in total. Yeah, and so from the standpoint of YouTube, those videos are equally important or resonating with the audience. So that's the main formula. I mean, it's a little bit more complex under the hood, but that's what you can think of. So if you're doing a long video, yeah, as we saw here, then your watch time is good and you don't actually have something to worry about. I would say continue what you're doing. And if you do a short video, then you should think about how you could improve the click-through rate. I can't see here on my side what your click-through rate actually is. But again, it's the idea to improve your thumbnails here. They look pretty good to me already. Yeah, you have this lines in the background, dark green, light green. It's a good branding, I would say. Sorry, people recognize you by this. And when we look at this, actually, you stick out. Well, what is your video here? I can't select which one is yours here. Probably this. Can't recognize it actually. So here you don't stick out actually. That's here you have one where you stick out again. Here we have a special. That's a good example again. You stick out quite well again. you can't really top this one, right? If someone's spraying the image of the main guy on a wall, that's kind of impressive. But it's a pretty straightforward thing. One that we can click on. This sounds good as well. Here, that's good that you had a helmet as well. So yeah, a good job here, I would say. Yeah. You could of course experiment a little bit more to make it brighter, to tell a better story maybe. And this one is certainly something that brings across a lot because you have this helmet, I would say. Yeah, with the sword. Here the book is quite well in the foreground. Yeah, here now I recognize here you have branding. It looks good. Yeah, from the top of my head, I would say you have considered everything. But yeah, rethink out of the box. Maybe you could improve something there. There could be a good point. Yeah. So I would say in your case, continue what you do. You do it really well, and yeah, like little improvements. That's the key here. In every aspect, think about the little things that you can improve, because obviously you know what to focus on, what is important, what is not. All right, Vroom, you asked, what is a good respective minimum percentile of visits by subscribers? If you look, we are talking about active subscribers here, right? And it's really important to have very active subscribers, because that's bootstrapping the success of each and every new video you upload. Because YouTube needs signals from the audience in order to decide whether that is a video to do more promotion for it or not. And the subscribers deliver those initial signals. They are not the only ones. Through search and all that, those signals can come in too. But subscribers play a very important role here. So having as many active subscribers as you can, keeping them engaged, keeping them returning to your channel for your news upload is very important. And I once did a study, and what I found out, having 10% of your subscribers keeping coming back is already doing a really good job. So if you have, for example, 1,000 subscribers and each video you upload gets on average 100 views from subscribers, then you're doing a really good job. Yeah. In the beginning, the smaller your channel is, the higher that number will probably be. Yeah. It's easier in the beginning to keep those fans that you have active. The larger you grow, the harder it will be. The number is usually quite low here, and 10% probably also sounds to you quite low already, but that's actually doing a pretty good job there. Yeah, 7 works. Good question. How to use the community tab better? The community tab is only an addition to your channel, by the way. I tried that once. I didn't have time to make a video actually. So I decided to do a community tab post instead, and it's by far not having the same outreach that yeah, just in a regularly uploaded video has. But you can do every now and then those community tab posts, because this is a really good, because we just talked about active subscribers, this is a really good way to engage your active subscribers, to remind them of your channel, that they keep coming back. A really good way to do that. And I would say it's a good idea to upload a GIF animation. Yeah. You are allowed, and it's possible to upload a GIF animation onto the post that you do. Polls, by the way, is also a good idea, but a GIF animation I particularly like because it's moving, obviously, right? All the other thumbnails are not moving, but community tab posts actually do. So it's an attention grabber naturally. Yeah, those only go out to your subscribers, so don't expect to get new viewers this way. But it is a way to re-engage your subscribers, and with a moving image, it really is a good idea to do so. Just a quick tip: I realized that when you're creating a GIF animation, it's always the question about what quality of the GIF animation you should do in. Because they only allow, usually the size of a GIF animation that is on the community tab posted is 2.7 megabytes. Yeah, and I was wondering, should I compress it to a level where it is 2.7 megabytes or close to 3 megabytes, something like that. And it turned out that YouTube is re-rendering your GIF animations after a while. So when you post a GIF animation, you probably don't have to worry about the size at all. If it's 10 megabytes, YouTube will reduce it to a certain level anyway. So it's a better idea to have it uploaded as a high quality, and then YouTube have reduced it. This way it would be the best possible quality here. So that's when you're trying to post a big question you obviously have. So here you go, YouTube is taking care of the size. Because when you're uploading a 10 megabyte GIF animation and you check right after that, scrolling through your feed with another account you have, for example, where you subscribe to your channel, you will see that it doesn't load immediately, and that would make it render useless, this post, because you can't see the GIF animation in time. You scroll past it already until it's finished loading. So yeah, YouTube takes care of it. Tiercat, I'm sorry, Discord it's really not my thing. The point is you have to be online all the time to really make it happen, and quite frankly, I don't have the time for that. I do have the Morningfame Early Access Facebook group, so if you're an Early Access member, feel free to join there. It's a very lively community, and this is the style I work much better with, by the way, because I can go in there 1 or 2 times a day and respond to everything that happened there. That works better with my schedule. Passive Income University, how are you doing? All right. Let's go to the next review at this point. It's about time. All right, leave me Morningfame review in the comments, and I will draw another random number again. Any other questions? Let's see. Judith, how are you doing? Cool dude, perfect. My pleasure, absolutely. Sangeeta, how do you make a cooking channel pop in India? I would say study those successful channels in your niche, and then try to copy those successful video topics they do. Yeah, that's the beginning. I mean, we don't want to copy too much everything, but it's really a secret strategy, so to say, just to give you an idea where you could get help as well. It is a strategy, yeah, to copy the successful video topics, yeah, in your niche. It's a strategy that YouTube consultants employ quite a lot, because they obviously have pressure to show success to the client they have. After all, they get paid for that, right? And instead of inventing their own video topics, where you never know whether the audience will resonate well with those topics or not, instead they just look at the channels in your niche. And here, in the Morningfame keyword research tool, #1 topic tab, there is a list of related channels in your niche. Here, for example, Ryan G. Johnson obviously is one from similar to my channel. Creator Fundamentals obviously is Site Build. Brian Dean, he's a little bit outside. He does SEO in general, also for Google, but anyway, Ignite Visibility. I don't know this guide yet. The Big Marketer, Marketing, obviously, Joshua Elder, Neil Patel. All right, that's going. Video creators, obviously spot on, what I do as well, and so on and so forth. Video Soys, great channel, small YouTube advice channel as well. So the idea is that you look at those channels and pick their most successful video topics and try to replicate that on your channel. That is a strategy that works for each and every niche, yeah? Because they have proven that for their audience, which is a similar audience that you want to have or already have, worked well for them, for their audience. So if you do the same video topics, similar video topics at least, then you have almost a guarantee that this topic will resonate well with your audience. That's the trick here. You don't do experimentation. You base your video topic choices on the success of your other channels in your niche. That's a general strategy here. I hope that helps. All right, let's see. Morningfame review. What have we here? Okay, let's draw another random number. 11 was the previous one. I have to click properly. 7. All right, let's see. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I assume plant-based Oklahoma girls outdoors. You're wanted to have a review, so it's your turn. Let me know what do you think is your weakest spot on your channel right now, so that we can have a look at that. By the way, Mohammed, you just asked about how long does it take to see results if you change titles, thumbnails and descriptions to revive an old video. Yeah, that's a really good question. If you optimize a new video, yeah, that you upload this way, you will see ranking results pretty much immediately. But if you try to revive an old video, that's a totally different story. Because if you change the metadata, that's not so much true for the thumbnail, but especially true for title, description, and tags, then it is not guaranteed that this has immediately an effect. Because YouTube basically reacts on the audience. Yeah, YouTube makes decisions based on the signals it gets from the audience. If you try to revive a video that doesn't drive views right now, then you have to wait new viewers coming in after you change the metadata. Wait a little bit, and only until new viewers watch the video and send signals to YouTube, it will start to decide, maybe I have to re-evaluate this video. Yeah, it's kind of the process that I believe happens under the hood, and so it might take some time until it decides to, give your video another chance. It certainly doesn't work for every video, but for some, after some time, and you can't really tell how much time it will take, it will re-evaluate the whole thing, and then it might pick up a lot of traffic again. But it's not guaranteed, and we can't even say when. So just wait. Yeah, you might be surprised in a few weeks or a month or so. You could delete your video and re-upload it, yes, but be careful about that. First of all, I don't think that YouTube actually likes plain re-uploads. Yeah, that falls into the category of tricking the algorithm, so be careful about that. I don't know whether you can get banned for that, but certainly if you want to re-upload, only do that, I would say, for videos that are a few years old already, maybe you can recycle it a little bit, do a new intro and stuff like this. So it is up to the level of the quality that you have right now. Because over the years, you're obviously improved in the style you do your videos. So you can recycle a little bit, a new intro and stuff like this. That certainly would then fall into the category like a new upload again in terms of the YouTube algorithm. So it would produce certainly better results then. Yeah. All right. Good morning, Old Iron Shops. How are you doing? All right. Obviously, Mohammed, you're right. If you re-upload, you lose all the metrics from the old video. So it's yeah, a balance, a decision, not easy to take. I couldn't say what the best choice would be there. You have to decide that on a video by video basis. All right, Jonelle, how are you doing? New on the channel, right? Welcome. All right, so let's get started with the review. Plant-based Oklahoma girl outdoors. Did you tell me what your weakest spot is? There's a lot of discussion going on. I didn't say. Let me know again. What do you think is your weakest spot? Let's go here to your review. We have close to 10,000 subscribers. Awesome. You will shortly go to this bronze level that actually gives you access to the YouTube studios and actually do filming there. That's really a neat thing to do actually. So use that chance if you have a YouTube studio nearby. Once you arrive there, right? Let's see how your thumbnails look like. Here we go. Yeah, outdoors, obviously, hiking gear, I would say. You have the first aid kit here, all that stuff. YouTube meetup, awesome. You're doing that as well. That's a good thing to do. Yeah, I started to host the Seattle YouTube meetup as well. It's a really great thing to bring together the community. All right, solo camp, natural shelter build, how you do that. That's pretty much a how-to channel as well, right? Combined with probably a little bit of vlogging, but it's a good combination. Every time you have a channel like that is kind of in a direction of a vlog, it's quite hard to grow that kind of channel because people don't know what to search for in order to find your videos. So you're pretty much dependent on suggested videos traffic, but that is really hard to get as a small channel. But obviously with close to 10,000 subscribers, you're probably driving a lot of suggested videos traffic. But I would say thanks also to your strategy to optimize your videos for search as well. Here we have, for example, a outdoor gear product review, which is a good fit for your channel, obviously, and I see you're doing a pretty good job at optimizing your videos. Here we have the Through Night TC15 tactical survival flashlight. Let's quickly check. Probably that's a search term. Let me check that quickly for you. I just started using Canva to help with the thumbnails. Good choice, good choice. Yeah, Through Night TC15 certainly is a search term on YouTube. Very good choice, yeah, to have that, yeah, optimized your video for those products, doing that every now and then. How to product reviews, a mix like this, because every now and then having a video that is doing well in search is so important to bring in those new viewers, yeah, like on a consistent basis. This unfortunately is quite a weird search term because it doesn't drive enough traffic here, unfortunately. Through Night, I think you're plant-based outdoors. Do you rank here actually? Plant-based outdoor. I really should highlight. You know what? I have to write down that I should highlight the channel for which we do the cause. The research. Highlight. I think Pam recently said I should do that too. Highlight own videos, that you can spot them better. All right, improving the tool every time. All right, and no, you are unfortunately not ranking. As unfortunately, yeah, you have a little bit of a weak subscriber base in that term, but anyway, it's also a search term that doesn't really bring many views. That's why we have the question mark here. We have the review search term as well, but it's equally competitive. Then we have this one is a little bit better, but it's also not driving enough views than you're used to. So it's really a product that doesn't have enough interest for your channel. Here you can reason the comparison, for example. You could easily rank there as well, but it doesn't really drive views enough. Do you rank here actually? Let's see, you should do rank here. So it's kind of a challenge here. You have a lot of ranking power to easily rank. Unfortunately not. But anyway, to rank for those terms, but you also need to kind of look for stuff that has enough interest, right? So that is a kind of, you know, small channels have the challenge to find something where they can rank to begin with at all, yeah. And you have it much easier now, but now you have to think about ranking for stuff that has enough interest here. So that's a balance to take here. Obviously, but it's a good choice to focus on that like this. Girl solo overnight bush camp. I don't think that is optimized. Bush camp, overnight bush camp, for example, that would be a good term, but it's a little bit too competitive for you yet, but it's close, so that would be something you could rank for. But certainly in order to do the ranking, because I just checked your rankings, yeah, and from your channel size you would be able to rank easily, but your rankings are not as high as I would expect from the little bit I just looked at, yeah. Could be a little bit off because I didn't look at much yet, obviously. But I like that you have started to use Canva for designing your thumbnails, because I think there is room for improvement for your thumbnails. The reason, you know, you're obviously, from what I saw, your SEO is quite good already, yeah. You have a good understanding of SEO, so that point is a check mark. So you can rank, but YouTube is also not only using the metadata to decide where to rank your videos, but to decide how high to rank it and how long to keep your videos ranking high depends on your watch time and click-through rate, yeah. And so if you observe, for example, you just upload a new video and optimize your video for it really well, and let's say an hour after you uploaded it, your subscribers are currently watching your video and so on, you get good ranking, yeah. Check your rankings an hour after you upload your video and it looks good. But then over the days your video goes down in ranks. That then is a sign that your SEO was good, but your watch time and click-through rate was not good enough, yeah. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be better than that of the competing videos, yeah. And since we don't really know how much watch time and click-through rate the competing videos have, yeah, just improve it as much as you can. And by looking at your thumbnails, you could tell better stories here, yeah. So what is happening, for example? I mean, obviously for this thumbnail, you're reviewing this flashlight. So that is certainly, yeah, if people are looking for a review, that is certainly something where they understand how it does. But you could, for example, I assume, since it's outdoors, yeah, I assume that this flashlight is really bright, so that you can, yeah, do it well, use it well in when you are outside in the dark. So what you could do, for example, show the flashlight how it like very big in the foreground, like you have your camera here, yeah, and the flashlight, so you see it very big still, but you see like how it's lighting the trees in the background. Like you can see how bright it actually is. Yeah, that would be much more intriguing to click then. Yeah, tell a story. Like you want to have a flashlight that really lights up the night forest, the forest in the night. Yeah, like as if that it was daylight, something like that. Yeah, that's what I mean about telling a story. Let me see your competing thumbnails, whether they do it similarly. This one looks kind of neat, but really doesn't show the flashlight. I don't know whether that's actually a good ultralight bug out recommendation gear bag. Okay, it's not only about the flashlight. We were talking about a different topic here. Here we go. That's about the flashlight. This one, yeah, you could improve that. That's kind of neat because the background is light and the flashlight is dark, so you can more easily see it, yeah, which is a good. The contrast to have it clearly shown is better here, but anyway, it's only showing the flashlight like you do here. Here we have a little bit of the idea how much it illuminates the surroundings, yeah. So, but you don't see the flashlight. If you could combine both, like showing the flashlight like here and showing the light it takes, it would be more intriguing. Yeah, I think it's all about telling the story. Solo camp. Here, like showing yourself is always a good idea because then people recognize you, they connect easier to you. But what I like here from the others is kind of showing what they do in the camp. Yeah, the night out. So you say like you build a shelter, also show your shelter, yeah. And the point I think is here. I think you already did that, but for everyone else, it's always a good idea to shoot an image for your thumbnail independently of your video recordings. Yeah, don't just take a screenshot of your video. I assume those others could be very well just be a screenshot of the video, because first of all, the image that you take, you can really think about what to show to tell that story in your thumbnail, and then also, I mean, with a photo that the resolution is much better. So afterwards, you still have the chance to like just cut out a part of the thumbnail, this image, so you have everything better in frame, yeah, without losing the quality of the thumbnail. Yeah, thumbnails should be of the size 720p. That is the ideal size for a thumbnail to have the best quality. And yeah, if you have like a that's I think 720p is 1 megapixel around. So if you have a 5 megapixel image, cutting out just 1 megapixel is easy to do without losing quality. So I would say focus on that. Tell your story, because the story is all, I think, very valuable in your particular kind of videos that you do. Like in this, yeah. What do you actually do here? Let's do another example. I think this is your video is here. Pre-camp, live in the woods. Yeah. What do you do in the woods? Yeah. Here he shows the hammock that he builds, for example. That gives a reason for people to click, because if they are interested in using a hammock in their night out, or in their camp that they have out there, or even building a small hut, that's intriguing to click, right? Because they know what they are in for when they watch the video. So yeah, Wattle and Daubhat. Interesting, actually. That's something to watch. All right, I hope that helped. Yeah, Michael, that's important indeed. With a much sharper image, I oftentimes cut out previously from my recordings. Obviously, my recordings are 1080p, so that is a little bit better than 720p. But you want to zoom into some object in the movie usually. So zooming in on the 1080p is usually not possible, and that makes a worse thumbnail. Sangeta, text is always helpful, yeah, but don't miss out on the images. Yeah, the better you can tell the story with your image, yeah, and with cooking, obviously it's your dish that you're creating. The better you can tell with that, the better it will work. Text is usually just a crutch, so to say. Is that the right word? I don't know. But it's a plan B, so to say. Yeah. If you can't convey what your video is about with the image, then you need text. Yeah. So try to tell your story without the text as much as you can, and then add the text afterwards to make it even more clearer for people. Yeah, but when you do, yeah, just use a few words. So, Nerdcopter, you're using a lot of text, right? Cheers, my bourbon journey. All right, let's go right into the next review here. Leave Morningfame review in the chat and I will draw another random number. In the meantime, I see Michael, you are asking for Nico, what about playing the long game? Niche relevant videos with great SEO. Of course, good content, but no channel authority at the moment. Should they start rank better much later, even month later? Yeah, a good idea. If you're optimizing your videos for SEO, the most critical point is having search terms that have low enough competition for you to rank. And obviously for a small channel, you're just starting out, you don't have much channel authority, you don't have much ability to compete with other videos, so it's really difficult to find search terms. My recommendation is obviously try to find search terms that are low competitive enough for you, even for your small channels at your point. You somehow have to get your foot in the door. But since it's so difficult, like think a little bit of that strategy. Every 3 videos you do a one that really targets a search term that has low enough competition. But 2 out of 3 videos, let's say like this, I would say roughly, just rule of thumb, go for search terms that are more competitive. Don't go for the very competitive ones, yeah? So if you're using, just in case you're using Morningfame, go for search terms where you have E grades, yeah? You should look for D grades usually, but E grades are still quite good, yeah? It's not too heavy, the competition, too high the competition. Certainly don't go for search terms where you get F grades. F is worse, much worse. And then you can play the long game, but you have to make it work in a sense, yeah? There is a video on my channel. Look for, let me quickly show it to you. Here you go. Yeah, here we go. Here on my channel, this one, Traffic Sources 101. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, you see it. Watch this one. I'm talking about a linked content there. So what I would recommend then is that you basically, if you have videos that are optimized for search terms where you can't rank yet, make sure that you link your videos. Like on the videos that do actually rank right away, send viewers off at the end, pitching them those other videos, one of those other videos, so that they should give them a reason why they should watch that video next. This way you link up your videos, and this way people who come in with for few videos that actually do rank, come in and start with that video, start binge watching multiple videos in a row on your channel, thanks to linked content, because you have cards in there, you pitch another video at the end of your video. Everyone who watches Brian G's channels knows that strategy as the view handoff method, which I actually hand off to you. That video where Brian explains it, I hand you off to that video at the end of my video where I talk about the view handoff method. So touting my own horn here. Applying my own this strategy there. So this way you can drive traffic to those videos as well. And the more you grow, the more views you also get for those videos through other means other than search, because you have this linked contents where videos recommend that video. The more you can build up momentum for those videos, and then they might start ranking in a few months. So you combine those strategies. All right, let's finally get started to the next review. Here we have the last number. 7 was the last one. And here we go, 18. Let's see who it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. RAWKUS TV, your turn. Awesome. Let me know, RAWKUS, what do you think is the weakest thing on your channel? Thing you struggle with the most? So I can have a look. By the way, you also just had this question about the video file. The video file, whether the name of the video file that you upload has an impact on your SEO. It does not. It does not. I can't tell you the sources precisely anymore, but it's based on at least a study that Daryl Eve did. But I'm certain that the video file name does not play any role. All right, let's go here. RAWKUS TV, 2,500 subscribers, over 500,000 channel views, which is pretty impressive. Good job at this point already, having set that many views. 5 times more than I do with half the subscribers. That's why it's impressive for me. All right, here we go. So you're doing cars. That's real cars, right? Yeah, not games, real cars. Awesome, awesome. By the way, good friend RevMatch TV does a great car channel as well. You probably should check him out if you don't know him yet. I think my weakest might be the thumbnails, titles, and style of edit. All right, I can't unfortunately look into your style of edits. For that, we would have to watch the video, but that's kind of difficult to do in a live stream. So let's look at your titles and thumbnails. All right, I would say first of all, you have good branding with your red text like this. Yeah, there should always be an element that people who know your channel should recognize. Oh, that's a new video that you uploaded on your channel. Yeah, because subscribers are already convinced that you do great content. So it should be easy for them to find your latest videos when they just scroll through their home feed, for example. And I like the red banner like this. I think Supercard Street, this is particularly well designed, yeah, because first of all the size is good, yeah. I like the font that you use here with the character spacing, which is really great, which is not as great here anymore, even though I like the font by itself as well. But I would say that would make a better branding here. Here, Carbon Chiron, that's actually a $3 million car, right? Or even 5 or something like that. This is crazy, that car. Actually, Bugatti Veyron would be my dream car. I once saw that in real life and I was like, I always saw documentaries about that car and I thought like it's looking ugly, yeah. But then I saw it in real life and wow, that's such a car. But yeah, I could afford 1% of that car at this point, or not even that, 0.5%, 1/10 of a promille. Anyway, okay, I like this how it's spaced here, yeah, like the spacing left and right and at the top. This one is too close to the top, I would say, yeah. So center and with good spacing at the top or at the bottom, you could do that as well, would be a good idea. So you could move that up to the center a little bit to bring home your branding a little bit more, yeah. So also use always the red and not the yellow. By the way, this yellow is much nicer than this one. There are some colors that are just hurting the eyes. And this kind of yellow is really hurting. This one is much better, but I would choose one of those colors so that it's recognizable to be one of your videos. If you need multiple lines from the spacing here, this one is a good thing. You could do it aligned to the right, and then with proper spacing at the top at the right as well, so that would make more sense there. So I like that. It's certainly, you take quite a lot of care to make the font big enough. Yeah, as you see, it's on the edge. The small thumbnails are sometimes not readable anymore. This is still kind of okay, considering, yeah. So pay attention to that, but it's doing quite well. I would say you're doing, in comparison to the other channels, you're doing quite well, because you have that text, which what you could do actually, yeah, to make it even more nicer is to do a bokeh effect. Yeah, you can do that with just a graphic editor. Affinity Photo, by the way, is a really great tool. It has the power of Photoshop in terms of thumbnails, but does only cost $50 one time. So that's a really good choice. I'm using that for all my thumbnails now, where you can easily cut out the car and then blur out the background. That would be the bokeh. I'm saying that because here, for example, this one is a good example. The truck here in the background is even more eye-catching than the supercar in the foreground, right? So if you do this bokeh effect where the background is blurred out, you turn the attention more to the supercar, yeah. But really, I would say try to do a better job at the perspective you have at the car. This perspective, for example, is really great because you see more of the car. When it's only like this, they are very flat. You don't see much of the car. That would be important, that the car is more in the focus. I think that's the point where you can improve your thumbnails to make the car itself pop better. Yeah. All right. You asked for your titles. McLaren Hypercar Wrapped, Chrome Rose, Gold. Okay. I bet this is pretty competitive. Yeah. So what would be important for your niche McLaren P1 Hypercar is a search term that is used. Morningfame does show hypercar as probably not a search term that people use, but it actually is in the end. It's more cautious here. That's the reason it shows here the red X. But as you see, you get very bad grades here. You did use a longer term, a long tail search term here probably, but it's not really a search term. Yeah. What is important here is that you're looking for long tail search terms that actually people search for. Yeah. Lipin 2287 McLaren P1 Hypercar, for example, is a search term that people search for. Yeah. If you're thinking about your titles, then think about which search term you search for in the beginning. Yeah. So this is actually a search term that you can rank for. Really good titles. So that one, I don't know whether that is actually the type of hypercar you have here. There are many different models, yeah, for that hypercar. I don't know whether that match, but in case that matches, it's really a Lepin to 20,087 hypercar. This is the search term you can rank for. The competition score is good enough. The competition is low enough. And if you are thinking about the titles, think about the search term first. Here you got one. It's a search term people search for. It's not too competitive. And then you think about your title. Yeah. And in the title, you should start out with this particular search term. And then you might add a little bit. But first and foremost, have that search term in the beginning of your title. That is well optimized then. And you have like rose gold. Yeah. Rose gold. Right, like beautiful B-O-T beautiful rose gold. Yeah, something for that. If you want to mention that, yeah. There is no search term with rose gold that I saw right now. Probably there is, but anyway, if you want to add something intriguing, then add it at the end like this. But you start off with the search term that you want to target. That is a that is the way you write a proper title that is optimized for search. I hope that helped. All right. Hey, welcome, Carlo. Du wohnst auch kommst aus Berlin? Meine Heimatstadt. All right, let's RAWKUS TV. It's not really important that you include yourself in the thumbnail each time. You can intrigue people by different ways, but it's an easy way to have people recognize your videos again, particularly for your subscribers, because they subscribed and they want to watch your new videos, but they don't ring the bell, for example. They don't look through their subscription feed, maybe. Yeah, it depends on how they use YouTube. Maybe they just subscribed and all they do is going through their home feed. And when they scroll, then they should recognize your videos immediately. And showing your face is one easy way to make that happen. Yeah, but it's not the only way. You can have some design element that makes them recognize, oh, there is a new upload from your channel. It's your decision at the end there. Yeah. Yeah, my pleasure. All right, before I look through your questions here in the chat, let's quickly go to the next review. Leave me Morningfame review here if you want to be one of the next people to get reviewed. Supercod, how you doing? Can I ask a question? If there is any way to filter out your live streams widths versus your normal widths on Morningfame, Yeah, in the velocity tab, yeah, you can already do that by selecting the type. But you're probably talking about the traction tab, right? Let me quickly check. Edit. Sorry. All right. Here, in the velocity tab, if you go here, you can click type here, and then you have live replays and then recorded videos. So you have that here. And in the traction tab, I recently added here the sorting feature and the filter feature. I could actually add like traction tab, live streams only. Yeah, let me think about that. I need a little space for that, and something that I had that thought before also. So good idea, thank you. All right, let's take a random number again. Here we go. 18 was the last one. 8 is the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. WT, your turn. I think you were doing gaming, right? WT, what's your weakest thing on your channel? So I have something to look at. Welcome, Hyper Shivaa. Yeah, thanks a lot for your support. The reviews work like this. Everyone asks for it, and I draw a random number. So this way it's more fair, because I can't get through everyone to do a review, right? Would be taking like 8 hours. Some other question. Lead the team. The tool I'm using here is Morningfame. There is, I think, a link in the description to get an invite. By the way, for everyone who does gaming videos, I have playlist on my channel, how to grow a gaming channel. A really practical advice that I learned from gamers directly. Really interesting, by the way, to watch. Hey Josie, show. Amsterdam, great place to be. I was never there, actually. I should go. Always a goal to go to. All right, so WT, did you say descriptions are the weakest? All right, let's have a look then. Okay, descriptions, let's dive deep here. Okay, first of all, for everyone to see, WT, close to 200 subscribers. Way to go, buddy. The first 100 subscribers are really the most difficult ones to get. With that, you now have proven that you have the potential to draw in new people. It's really in the beginning, not really the question, do you produce videos that people want to watch? Yeah, but when you're starting at zero, you really have no idea. And the first 100 subscribers are proof of that. Yeah, and since you are now nearly doubling that, it's really proof of that. Transport Fever, building games, I see. The Forest, that's also a survival game, right? It's kind of like building as well, like survival gear and stuff. So that's a good thing. And obviously you have a few games going on as Let's Play episodes. Since you were asking about your subscriptions, obviously optimizing your videos for Let's Play games is quite a difficult thing to do, because you basically have episode 1, 2, 3, and you know, it's kind of hard to that, but exploring underwater caves. I see you're playing here the forest. The difficult thing here with the description. Let me quickly check your description. Here you have the description. So I lost my footage for this episode. You can do it on her channel. Okay. That's starting with a sorry. Well, I mean, that's an exception. Let's do a different one. Oh, did I just close? Did I just close? Here. Let me close all windows so that I don't get confused. Let's do another one as an example. No, show all metadata. Here we go. Transport Fever gameplay at Space Series with the Netherlands map and Dutch trains and the mod. Started in the Netherlands, not historically accurate. All the mods that I use are in the Steam workshop. Let's play Transport Fever, guys. All right. What I see here is that you optimized your metadata. That's pretty much a good understanding of how you do your description. You want to cram in here a few keywords without making it just keywords, because that would be stuffing that too much. You don't do that. You have additional info. What I mean actually is that some people tend to take the tags that they have and copy and paste them into the description. That would be against the terms of service from YouTube. You shouldn't do that. But having like Transport Fever gameplay is a search term. The Netherlands map is most likely a search term as well. Dutch trains probably is a search term. Transport Fever, you already had that. So you have a little bit additional search terms in there, which is a good idea. But I think before you can probably properly do your sub descriptions. The descriptions are basically supporting your whole SEO. The main thing to consider is actually the title, yeah, and then the description and the tags evolve around support the title. And for that, the title, but the title itself has to stem from the search term that you are targeting, yeah. And Transport Fever Let's Play, yeah, the first thing that you should have in your title is the search term, as I mentioned in a review just earlier today. And unfortunately, that is too competitive for you. I already know that. I mean, it's quite obvious. Transport Fever Let's Play, yeah, here that's obviously a search term that people search for. But as you see here, EFF, it's too competitive for you. I mean, it's a big game, Transport Fever. So obviously big channels here, Sky Storm, very famous gamer, 150k subscribers. You can't compete with them, yeah. So what you need to do is to optimize your video for something that is lower in competition, and then optimize your video around that. That includes the description. With that, that makes or breaks your optimization. The Netherlands map is maybe something that is niche, yeah. Netherlands map, yeah, that's obvious. That's a search term. Okay, let's look for that one. Here you go. That's what you can actually optimize for. So when you would optimize that video, yeah, Transport Fever Let's Play, it's good to mention that in your title, because that's what it's about. But you have to focus on something that you actually can rank for, where you get competition grades that are spot on. DB is actually the minimum recommended grades that you should have in order to have good chances to rank. So that is what's one thing you can go for. So the idea here is your title then has the Netherlands map, and let's copy Transport Fever. Transport Fever gameplay. Let's do it like this. Yeah. So you have a little bit more in your title, but that's the core part. Yeah, because there you can actually have a chance to rank. And then you add your tags. Those tags are unfortunately not good. So let's go the Netherlands map, history. It's not Minecraft. What do we have here? We go for, what was it? Transport Fever. Yeah. Port Fever. Fever gameplay. Mods, you talked about mods. So you have a few search terms here. I don't complete it absolutely, but when you write your description, and let's take your description that you already have, then we can see when we highlight the tags. Yeah. So you have the search terms. Yeah. These are also search terms evolving around the topic of your video. You have already weaved them into the description. Yeah. Transport Fever gameplay, the Netherlands map, Transport Fever, all that in there. So you're doing a good job already to have a description, yeah, that explains what is going on in your video, plus weaving into some search terms that are related there. And with that, you have good metadata. Yeah, the description is perfect, 20 out of 20%. The title is not perfect. For that, you would need to have just the Netherlands maps, the search term that you are targeting. But since it's not very descriptive, I think you have Netherlands maps in other games as well. So you should mention the name of the game in your title as well to make sure YouTube doesn't get confused about the topic of your video. So the little bit less optimization here is okay. 36% is good. We don't have a lot of points here for tags. So let's quickly check history of the Netherlands map. Transport Fever. Let's see what we have here. Gameplay. Campaign is maybe what you are playing there. PC part 1, maybe. Yeah, if it would be a guide and something like that. Unfortunately, the point here is why we don't get the relevance up is that there are not many search terms about the Netherlands map. Transport Fever Nether. Here we go. We have Netherlands map. This is a search term, and you just saw the relevance went up. So I would do it a little bit more, and with that you have highly optimized metadata, including your subscription which has a few search terms in there as well. And with that, you're good to go. Yeah, I hope that helped. Lead the team. Do you recommend re-optimizing older videos as well? Good questions. Yes, yes, do so. It can really produce impressive results. Many users already told me that really revived their old videos, but it can go wrong. Yeah. So if you optimize old videos, have them be at least several months old. Yeah, to make sure that they really became dormant. Yeah. Don't re-optimize videos that drive a lot of views already. Yeah, because chances are that if you re-optimize your video, you do a worse job than you did before, and this way you will cut off the views that it is currently getting. So focus on videos that are not dormant, basically. Yeah, don't drive really views anymore, which were successful in the beginning. Yeah, that's also, you can't really revive a video that was never successful to begin with. And then, yeah, go ahead, do it with a few videos at first to figure out, yeah, like experiment with that, learn a little bit about it, yeah, gain experience with it. So choose a few videos, optimize them, and then wait a little bit. We had that questions a little bit before as well. A similar one. You will have to wait a while until you see the effect of that. So be patient. Yeah, once you re-optimize the video, you might see in the coming weeks already a result of that. Yeah, those videos being revived. But it might even take a month or two, yeah? So be patient about that. Don't change the metadata too often, because you need to give the algorithm enough time to re-evaluate your videos, and that only takes place if a certain amount of views come in. So the algorithm has signals about your video that it can take in order to re-evaluate whether your video is a good fit for the certain group of people. Yeah, that's what the YouTube algorithm is looking for. Yeah, a video is not good or bad per se. It's only good or bad for a certain type of audience. Yeah, if I'm interested in cars, then car videos are a good fit for me, and it's a good idea to recommend those videos to me. But if I'm a motorbike fan, for example, not interested in cars, then that could be the best car video ever, but I won't watch it because I'm a motorcycle freak. Yeah, so that's the thing why YouTube is looking at the signals from the viewers in order to understand which group of people it should serve this video to, and that can take a lot of time. For videos particularly that were dormant. All right, let's go do a last review for today. So sorry, here we go. Leave in the description Morningfame review if you want to get chosen, and I will draw another random number. What are some good ways to kick off subscriber growth? I think the best way, yeah, first of all, optimize your videos for search. But if you are really at zero, it's sometimes tough to do this optimization, yeah. But if you can make it happen, do SEO, yeah. That certainly is one route to get your subscriber growth kicked off. The second way, and let me show it to you. My videos, I have done a video about that. Share your video on social media, but there are so many ways to do it wrong to share your videos on social media. But there is a strategy that works even for channels which don't have any subscribers at all. You just need to have videos, yeah. And the idea here, here is the video, by the way. Feel free to watch it on my channel. It's a while from last August. How to use social media to promote your YouTube channel. Share without followers. Yeah, you don't need to have even followers on social media for that. And the basic idea is that you're looking for Facebook groups, online forums, subreddits, all those communities that already exist, where you're nothing else than just a member of the group. And what you do is you go into those groups, you choose the group that is interested in the type of content that you produce in the first place. Yeah, that's important, obviously. So sticking to the previous example, if I'm doing car videos, then I'm looking for Facebook groups or subreddits for car enthusiasts, right? And then what you do is you engage with this group. I think that particularly works well on Facebook, in Facebook groups, because you have your avatar and people get to know you this way. You post there just questions, not your videos. Yeah, the promotion comes later. Or you reply in comments quite a lot, so that some people at least get to know you, yeah, and know you as a great member of the community. And once you have established yourself as someone who is a great contributor to this group, you can start promoting your own stuff, but you don't do shameless self-promotion like right out of the gate after that, after you have got acquainted with the members of the group. What you do is, with engaging with these people, commenting on questions they had, on what they shared, you get a pretty good understanding of what they are interested in, yeah, their particular interests in this group. And what you do then is you create a video with this group in mind, yeah, doing a video just for them. Obviously you're creating a video that is a good fit for your channel anyway, yeah, so no worries there that you do a video that doesn't make sense for your channel to begin with, but you created it just for them. Maybe in the hook even you welcome the member of this group, yeah, like say like something like that. Oh, we discussed in that and that group recently about that, and I was thinking that's a quite that car is quite neat, and we were discussing whether the brakes can even stop the car in time with that much horsepower, whatever you decided there, right? Discussed there, and you lead into that, so that they feel you really did a video for them, just for them. And this way you can do a post, tell them, yeah, we had this discussion the other week and I was thinking, and here are my thoughts on that. So that is not just promotion. So you add value to that community. And this way you can actually promote your videos to a community that already exists. Yeah. And with that, bootstrap your subscribers without annoying some people. Yeah. That's important. Yeah. You wouldn't barge into the community and just do shameless self-promotion. That doesn't have, I mean, that has no future. All right, let's go. Let's go ahead. The previous number was number 8. Here we go. Oh, that's too light. 14 is the new number. All right, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Hyper Shivaa, it's your turn. Okay, let's go. Well, Hyper Shivaa, what is your weakest point on your channel? What would you say? I did that once. Put a 40 seconds video and audience uploaded a 40 seconds video and audience retention dipped quite a lot. So I'm not sure if that's the right way to go. You know, watch time is really important on YouTube, and if you do just do just short videos, you don't have the chance to produce high watch time, right? So it is a good idea to do longer videos. Obviously, you can, even with small short videos, you can make a good job by having a crazy high watch click-through rate, but that's hard to get. So it's important to look at the channels in your niche, and look at what kind of how long the videos are, yeah, in your how long the videos are in your just a sec, I want to show you something. How long the videos are, yeah, and try to do similar long videos, because what the goal is that you are having higher watch time than the competition. And since we don't know what watch time they have, most likely it's a good idea to have similar length videos and then doing the best you can on your audience retention. Here, that's the thing that I wanted to show it to you. Morningfame sends you an email 24 hours after you uploaded a new video. And here was the last one on my channel, a video that Brian did, obviously. But anyway, so here you have the thumbnail comparison and the ranks. And at the bottom, you have a chart of the videos that are ranking alongside your video with the length of the video. And as you can see here, with 5.5 minutes, the video here in blue is usually even shorter than the other videos that are ranking for the same video topic. So every time you look at the this email, when you use Morningfame, have a quick look at this chart as well, yeah, so that you get a good understanding that you do videos at a similar length than others do. Because people are used to a certain length of videos. You shouldn't do them too short and you shouldn't do them too long. You don't have to do exactly the same length, just the ballpark, yeah, so that you're yeah, like on par with the other channels that rank alongside your channel. All right, let's go with Hyper Shivaa, close to 2,000 subscribers. Nice job here. You're uploading quite a lot, 3 to 4 videos. Very nice. And what do we have here? That is that gaming or is that it's what was this this game? How was it called? Can't remember it right now. Where you call it's based on an anime film. Hyper Shivaa. The title is the weakest thing for me. All right. So let's have a look at your titles. Pokémon, yeah. Pokémon, obviously. Do you do actually videos on the Pokémon anime movie or the game? Anyway, it's in gaming. Yeah, then probably it's gaming. Lugia Evolution, Mega Evolution on the legendary Pokémon Lugia. Yeah, here again, the important thing is that your title includes a search term that you can rank for. Your channel is not too small anymore, so you can take up a little competition. Mega Evolution of Lugia, for example, you are ranking number 6, so good job here. Let me quickly check how that looks in the keyword research tool. Is that actually a search term? Yeah, it is. It is great. It is. Yeah, Morningfame is a little bit cautious here. It's not quite clear. Yeah, because when we enter off, we see all those others that are more commonly used. But if we enter the L, we can now see Lugia is actually a search term that people use. So great job at that. Welcome back, Tier Cat. So this is a good search term. Yeah, you can rank for that. Good grades, perfect. That's the start for doing your title. First step, think about your search term and then optimize for that. And as we had in the previous comment review, you start your title with the search term that you are optimizing for, and then only you add things in your title that you deem important for that. So we have Mega Evolution of the legendary Pokémon Lugia. So we already have Mega Evolution of Lugia, and then, like, let's say Pokémon, yeah, because Pokémon, because obviously it's important to mention that here so that it's really clear. I mean, it's not very likely that some other game has a Lugia in it, a character, but just to make sure. And by the way, what I would try to do, I'm not sure which spelling is more Pokemon. Yeah, if you have this accent on it, yeah, it's used as well. But I bet Pokemon without an accent is more commonly used. So for optimization, just to make sure, it's sometimes a good idea to use misspellings because they are more commonly used by people. So I would use Pokemon without an accent. It could be the case that YouTube does actually not make a difference between those. So Pokemon without an accent produces these results. Let's quickly memorize them. Pokemon, ToubleYouTee video. Okay, let's search for with an accent. It's a little different, but it looks quite similar. No, it looks completely different. So that's the test that we can do, yeah? If you are not sure which spelling is the right one, certainly go through the search bar suggestions to, if you enter poke, then you see there are only search terms without an accent. So those are more commonly used than those with an accent. Accent. Taigu, circumflex, grave. Taigu. Anyway, so this spelling is less commonly used, and obviously since both spellings produce different search results, YouTube is not making them the same. Yeah, it sees those as two different words. So I would go for the one that is without an accent, because this way you cover more of the search results. Yeah, not that you rank for this term by itself, that's certainly not too competitive, but you should always look for the search terms that make more sense, yeah, that are describing your video topic better, yeah, and you describe your video topic by using search terms, because YouTube doesn't really have an understanding of video topics. YouTube thinks in search terms, yeah, and since it's thinking this way, you should feed it search terms, and Pokemon without an accent is certainly the better search term here. All right, I hope that helped with the titles here at this point. Yeah, we had a few just before, a few reviews about how to optimize your metadata. So in this case, certainly you just do the same. And with the title, yeah, just the video you just published, that title that I just showed you here, just to remind you, this one is a much better version for your particular video. However, I would not recommend that you change it right now. Yeah, don't change it. It's too late now. Make it do it for your next video, because right now your video is 6 hours ago you published it, and the views from your subscribers are currently coming in. Yeah, and these views produce signals for the algorithm that are crucial for it to decide what to do more or less promotion for your video. And you don't want to change the metadata right now, because that would reset, yeah, the signals basically that just got the 121 views from, yeah, 121 viewers. Those signals it just got would be reset, basically, and it would have to look at the new views coming in, and that would put your video at a disadvantage. Yeah, so don't change it yet. But yeah, the title that I just compiled for you would have been the better choice. Yeah. All right. I hope this helped. All right. I would say that is the last review for today. But before we end, let me just quickly go through a few questions of yours, so we have a little bit of discussion before we end. Josie's show, how long does it take, the reset take? The reset is immediately, yeah, I would say. I have to, granted, yeah, I have to say this is not official knowledge here, yeah. It is based on observations from many other people, from other YouTube advice people. So I have seen those reset personally as well, yeah. So it's pretty accurate what I say with that, but we can't say 100% for sure. So the rule of thumb is basically the reset basically takes place immediately, and the reset can impact the success of your video quite significantly. So the rule of thumb here, even though you might might be able to make more use of this reoptimizing your metadata, but better be safe than sorry is the rule of thumb here. Don't change your metadata too often. Usually the one situation where you can safely change the metadata if you have an older video, a few months old, which is not driving any views, a lot of views anymore. There you basically have nothing to lose, right? And so then you can re-optimize, and with hoping obviously to revive the view. It doesn't work every time, but for some videos it does work. I got many reports of that. It can really make a big difference. So it's a good thing to do, especially if you like learned really good SEO recently and you just want to re-optimize your old videos where you did your metadata in a way not knowing yet what good SEO is all about. Hi, Dixon. Welcome to the channel, by the way. First time I see you here. Welcome. All right. Any other questions? YouTube will add. Closed captions are actually really important as well. They are created automatically for you, and they are enough for SEO purposes. Yeah. What I would say is if you're checking those automatically generated closed captions, make sure a few times that how you speak is well understood by the artificial intelligence that creates those closed captions. It depends on what accent you have. Some people it understands really well, some people it just doesn't. Yeah, they have a really strong accent. For me, for example, with my German accent, it's a case that it does understand me really well. Yeah, every now and then a word is wrong, but it doesn't really matter. But sometimes it thinks that I'm speaking German or Dutch, even though I'm using English words. But then I have to throw this automatically generated closed captions as well and create the English ones manually, which is quite tedious. But since it's so important, and I also want to to cater to people who are, for example, in the morning when they wake up, I do that sometimes. Yeah, I don't want to wake up my wife, so I'm watching YouTube videos in bed with the closed captions turned on. Yeah, and which is really useful. But of course, people who are hearing impaired, for them as well. So closed captions is really an important thing. So the 20 minutes it takes sometimes to redo the closed captions from the ground up is really worth the effort. Obviously not for live streams, that would make too much work. That's out of the questions, would take hours. All right, any other questions? Yeah. All right. Thank you, Tar Dixon. I'm using OBS for that, and there is, you probably know Nick Nimmon's channel, right? and just look for OBS there. He does quite a few videos about OBS, and roughly a year ago he did one where he explained how to do all the fancy thing with the border here around and stuff like this. Quite easy to do, quite easy to configure, and I'm using that ever since. Also, I have a video on my channel. When I'm using OBS, I am creating events beforehand. Let me see if I can find it real quick. There is a video. Here we go. Here, this one. Here I walk you through step by step how to set up an event like this one as a live stream that has pretty a few advantages. Although the other version I recently learned, when you just schedule a regular live stream, has all the features most likely in it as well now. This live event is already up before the live stream starts. You get a video over URL which you can share. People can click on it and set a reminder for the time it will start. It's really helpful, and I also integrate OBS for them. Now I give the stream key and all that. Now you see that in the video then. Yeah, exactly, Josie. That's the way to go. Keyword research is all about search terms. Yeah, that's this thing to start with, because it has to connect to people entering something in the search bar. That has to match. I do Tar Dixon. Probably because I'm from Germany and we pronounce the letters as they are usually. So I'm lucky there. Thank you. Okay. Twitch Plays, if you are looking for... Oh cool, Frankfurt. Schöne Stadt. If you are looking for tags you can rank for, first of all, rethink that a little bit. Tags don't rank your video. It's really not their purpose. Tags are there to describe the video topic, the topic your video is about, yeah, and they are not there to rank your video. They are there to support your whole metadata set, yeah, to support the title, the description. If you want to learn more about why I'm saying that, have a look at here you go. I'm explaining that here, how tags work. This video, how tags work. Prepare to be surprised. It's a common misconception that tags actually rank your video higher or somehow help YouTube help your video to rank for those terms. Yeah. What you really have to do instead is you have to focus on one single search term. Yeah. That has to have low competition so that you have a chance to rank for it. And then you take the search term, as I showed in the previous reviews, take that search term, put it in the title, put it in the description, put it in your tags, and then have related tags and also those search terms that you put in the related tags in your description that enrich the description of the video topic. The YouTube algorithm thinks in search terms, so every search term you can find evolving around the main search term you optimize your video about, you put into your tags and a few of them also into your description, and this way you give YouTube a pretty good understanding of the video topic. Yeah, and YouTube will take it from there. First and foremost, your video will rank for the main target search term you created your video around, your metadata around, And then once it does well, it starts ranking your video for related search terms as well. And that's also the reason why you see your ranks for your tags. It's not really that your tags rank, but it turns out that YouTube understood the video topic and decided to also rank your video for the search terms you have in the tags. But you know, it's not that YouTube ranks your video only for those search terms you have in your tags. It's many more search terms, many more related search terms that you don't even have in your tags, and you don't even need to have in your tags, because all YouTube needs is to understand the video topic, and then it takes it from there. It understands what the related search terms are, and it automatically ranks your videos there as well. You don't even need really tags for that. All right. Josie Show, that would be awesome if you support me that like this. And if you have any questions, just let me know. All right, I think yeah, I don't have any plans to go to Amsterdam, but I certainly keep that in the back of my head. Amsterdam should be so beautiful. It's really one thing to visit in Europe, right? Awesome. Michael, the major difference between the basic and plus plans is you get all features for both plans. Yeah, there is no difference, but the only difference is that how often you can use the keyword research tool. And the idea is the basic plan, when you go for the cheaper basic plan, you can fully use the keyword tool. It's not feature, that's not reduced by the feature set. It's a full keyword tool, but you can use it only for 24 hours up to every 2 weeks. And the idea is that you use this 24-hour session, yeah, to plan your videos ahead for the coming 2 weeks. And this way you are all prepared for all your uploads in the coming 2 weeks until you you can do your next keyword research session. Yeah. So if that works for you, then you can go for the cheaper basic plan. If you want to have access to the keyword tool at any time, then the plus plan is the right for you. All right. Thanks for the sub, dynamic Dan. Thanks a lot. All right, makes sense. Yeah, I'm actually happy to have the keyword tool in the basic plan as well. That was basically my intention there, not to give it only to the plus plan members, because not everyone can afford the higher price. And this way it still works, like doing proper keyword research, right? All right. Okay, I think that's it for today. Thanks a lot for stopping by. If you have any further questions, yeah, you can always reach me in the Facebook group via email by replying to any Morningfame email. I'm happy to respond there. Obviously here on this channel in the comments, I'm always happy to help. So chat soon, and yeah, see you the latest in the regular scheduled upload next Saturday, and of course a channel review live stream like this one today I will most likely do in 1 month again. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Have a great rest of your weekend. See you, my friends.